Hey, what's wrong with Microsoft, bro? They are tripping, dog. But what's good with y'all? This your boy Tick, aka Game Fanatic, the Michael Jordan the Gamer, and I'm back with yet another Battlefield. Beta field 4 or broken field, whichever you want to call it. How did I not get a hit mark on this dude? 4. But you're wondering why you don't hear any gameplay. That's because the game is broken. They did a patch recently, and when you play Team Deathmatch, you don't hear any sound except for the load menu screen. The whole game, that's all you hear. It's weird. But you might hear a few explosions, and that's it. But anyway, I want to talk about Microsoft. Obviously, you can see that from the title. So if you guys haven't been, snooping around on other YouTubers' channel, I wanted to say something about this for a while, but I was holding it back for the show. But we haven't even recorded for the show for a while anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But anyway, man, okay, Microsoft is tripping. They are trying to once again find a way to make sure that the console is strong enough to run games at 60 frames per second. Give me your dog tags, bitch. You got revived to get your dog tags taken. That's so sad. But anyway, they're trying to find a way to keep up with Sony, man. They see Sony is running these games at 1080p, 60 frames per second, and they are running it at a measly 720p, 60 or sometimes 30 frames per second or 900p. They might get 900p. And I see a lot of Xbox fanboys trying to damage control it, they don't really care about frames per second. Frames per second matters a lot. It matters a whole lot. But after they've already overclocked their card, which in my opinion, I believe overclocking the card is going to cause damage later on down the line. I think the Xbox Ones are going to die. See me put broken field there. I think the Xbox Ones are going to die within a year or two because of overheating, and the thermal paste on the CPU is going to just come off because when you overclock, every time you overclock, you're taking, you're killing the lifespan of your system. And that goes with computers and anything. So when you overclock, you're making it run harder than it's supposed to, and you're killing off your system. So now they're deciding that they're going to give 8% more usage to the developers for their games because they think that's going to help. And it's not going to help. There was a guy who actually there's an article where a guy actually clarified that you're not going to see 60 frames 1080p from the Xbox for a while. He said the tools can improve. It can happen. But he said as of now, it's not going to happen. They said he said the user interface on the Xbox One is horrible. It's garbage. Give me your dog tag. Oh no, I didn't get it from him. Oh yeah, I did. Give me them dog tags, bitch. But he said it's horrible and it's unstable. And he said they tried to get games to run on debug systems, and it kept crashing the suckers, and it crashed them all the way up to release, and they're still crashing on games trying to run them at higher frames, and it's not going to work. So I don't understand why Xbox won't just give up. Just be the weaker console. I mean, this has always happened. It doesn't mean anything even if they had the higher frames per second. The reason that they're losing this race is because they shot themselves in the foot when they announced the DRM policy in E3. That's what hurts you, Microsoft. It doesn't matter. You have that fan base that, it doesn't matter if your graphics aren't that great or anything. If it doesn't compare to PlayStation, it does not matter. The reason y'all lost is because of that whole DRM policy. And now, to the Sony guys, yo. Sony was doing the same thing. They had DRMs. The thing is, Sony was a better liar. They decided to stay in the back and hold out and wait for Microsoft to hurt themselves, and that's what helped Sony out. That's why you're seeing a lot of stuff that Sony promised on the console is not on the console yet. Hint, hint. Because they were running DRM. So that's why all that stuff isn't there. You wonder why you can't use your headset. You wonder why you can't, record without using a stripper, because they were running DRM. That's why you have to install all your games on the PlayStation also. So they were going to do the same thing, man. But like I said, they were a better liar than Microsoft, and that's why they're winning. So Microsoft, you guys need to chill out with all that trying to, find routes to increase your performance, man. Because look, for since gaming has been around, you've always had consoles that were stronger than the other one. But it doesn't matter if you have that fan base, it's still going to win. Sega Genesis, the Super Nintendo was better than the Sega Genesis graphically and sound wise. But guess what? A lot of people like Genesis better, me being one of them. PlayStation was not as graphically stronger than the 64, but it still had some better, it was better because it had a disc. But graphically, it wasn't better than 64, but I still like my PlayStation. PlayStation 2 wasn't better than the Xbox. Still like my PlayStation. You dig? The PlayStation 2. So cut it out, man. But this is your boy Tick, aka Game Fanatic, the Michael Jordan the Gamer. Let me know how you feel in the comment section. Do you think Xbox needs to chill out? Because it's not going to get any better, especially in a long time. But I'm out of here, man.